Tonight on CTV News at 11:30. Wildfires continue to ravage much of northern Ontario.
I have fought forest fires decades and decades ago, and this morning reminded me of out on the line.
We'll have the latest on the situation and what we can expect from Mother Nature. Plus, we're learning more about the repairs to Sudbury's tennis dome. It could reopen before the end of the season. And a man is facing impaired charges after a harrowing crash last night in Timmins.
One of the vehicles spiraled and rolled into the field behind Sacred Heart.
2 people are hurt, and police say more charges could be coming.
CTV News at 11:30 with Ian Campbell and Tony Rima with weather.
Good evening. Thanks for staying up with us. It has been a hazy, smoky day for most of us. Mother Nature has not been helping, instead fueling forest fires across our region, sending smoke across the north. This was how things looked after the dinner hour in Sudbury, downtown, and parts of the West End, dealing with a thick haze or plume of smoke that had settled down on the city. The good news is the heat alert has now been lifted around the same time across our entire viewing region. Temperatures have since cooled, which should hopefully help first responders fighting those fires. 8 new wildfires were sparked across the Northeast tonight. The latest information we have from the Ministry of Natural Resources is there are currently 44 active across our region. The bulk of the fires are in the Northwest, including Thunder Bay, Fort Frances, and Sioux Lookout regions. This dramatic scene we showed you yesterday of that train being overrun by wildfire near Armstrong has the union representing the train's operators speaking out today. The Teamsters Canada Rail Conference is commending the crew's professionalism and quick response, saying the team saved lives. The train was supporting evacuees from Armstrong when it was overtaken by the wildfires. Everyone escaped safely.
Many things can go wrong in a situation like that, and that's why, as the union represent those engineers and conductors, those who are operating the trains, we're more than concerned right now. We will get to the bottom of this, that's for sure. This morning we spoke with Transport Canada. They're very concerned as well, and they're gonna investigate this incident.
Meanwhile, CN said in a statement this morning it has temporarily suspended rail operations in that area as a precaution because of the fire, saying, quote, CN remains in close contact with the Ministry of Natural Resources and local authorities as the situation continues to evolve. The safety of our employees, the community, and emergency responders remains our top priority. As fire continues to threaten communities, Ontario Provincial Police say several areas are under evacuation orders, including Armstrong, Collins First Nation, Lac Lacroix First Nation, Gull Bay First Nation, Lac des Milles First Nation, and White Sand First Nation. OPP also saying areas of Highways 599 and 527 are closed in both directions. Those fires caused air quality issues across Ontario today. In Sault Ste. Marie, poor air quality canceled amenities and prompted warnings for people to avoid going outside. CTV's Corey Nordstrom has that story.
Scenes throughout Sault Ste. Marie come with a haze courtesy of forest fires from northwestern Ontario and the United States. For a few, the smoky atmosphere brings back particular memories.
I have fought forest fires decades and decades ago, and this morning reminded me of out on the line.
Though busy areas like streets and parks are thinner today, many who are out are taking precautions.
I got to wear this mask because I have COPD and it's just brutal out. The air quality's terrible.
The air quality also forced the city to close down all splash pads and pools, with all outdoor sporting events at city facilities also being canceled. City workers that remain outside are masked, as are a number of private contractors.
My lungs right now, just talking to you, you can feel that heaviness. Like, you could see it. Like, where's this hot weather we're talking about? But look at the clouds. Look at this smoke. You can taste it. You can see it.
Also to note, a layer of ash that many vehicles were covered in this morning.
We should be wearing respirators right now, okay?
From a medical perspective, the current conditions pose minor issues that can be exacerbated by prolonged time outdoors.
Even if you have no underlying health issues, you're You can experience symptoms like cough or throat irritation. And for people who are vulnerable, this can certainly cause a number of problems from breathing issues to heart issues.
With noxious gases like nitrogen oxide, sulfur dioxide, and ozone, Dr. Liu says every precaution should be taken into account.
Surgical masks and N95 masks are good for particles, droplets, but they do not protect you against the noxious gases that are in the air as well. So again, the best protection is to avoid strenuous activity outdoors, limit your outdoor time, and if you have to be out there, a mask can provide some protection.
The orange air quality warning for the Sioux and St. Joseph Island is expected to last until tomorrow evening. The district's medical officer of health says in addition to simply staying inside, people should ensure their doors and windows are closed tightly with their HVAC system set to recirculate. Corey Nordstrom, CTV News, Sault Ste. Marie.
Satellite images captured by the European Union's Copernicus Sentinel-2 program give a different perspective on the wildfires in the Northwest. The images show thick plumes of smoke rising from wildfire zones around Collins First Nation. The dark plumes stretching across the region, a striking look at just how large and intense the wildfires in northwestern Ontario have become. The Prime Minister issuing a statement tonight about the situation in Ontario, writing in part, "On behalf of all Canadians, I want to thank the brave firefighters, first responders, Indigenous and local leaders who are working tirelessly to keep people safe. Our government is in close contact with provincial, municipal and Indigenous partners and stands ready to provide any additional support as needed." As part of the province smolders, Ontario Green Party leader Mike Schreiner was touring the Carling Fire Department to see their wildland firefighting equipment and to discuss how local fire stations are dealing with more forest fires.
Every year when the Ontario budget comes out in the spring, including this year, you see a cut in the budget for wildland firefighting. We need to have fully funded crews.
Schreiner suggests the province launch a forest fire management and wildfire prevention program to protect communities. He adds wildland firefighters should have fair wages, the proper PPE training and equipment to be prepared. The Ministry of Natural Resources confirms 4 crews of fire rangers were deployed from the northeast to the northwest on July 13th, in addition to the 12 crews that were deployed there earlier this month. In other news tonight, new this evening, the town of Cobalt has lost its mayor. Earlier this evening, the community posting this to its Facebook page saying Mayor Angela Adsit has resigned and that the formal resignation was received 2 days ago. Council plans to declare the office vacant during its meeting on July 21st. It also comes at a time of increased scrutiny facing council over plans to demolish the town's head frame. No information has been given as to why the mayor resigned. Deputy Mayor Anderson will assume the role in the interim. We're learning more about the work to restore Sudbury's indoor tennis center. Officials say they're expecting to reopen the facility in mid to late September. It's been closed since March after the dome collapsed under that record-breaking snowstorm earlier this year. Officials have also been told the estimated repair cost is $300,000 and that insurance is expected to cover much of the price tag. Repair work will include a new state-of-the-art lighting upgrade. They plan to release an exact reopening date as work progresses. It was a busy afternoon for Timmins Fire Services, who had to battle a blaze on McLean Drive at a local scrap metal business. The fire broke out at Triple M Metal this afternoon. The city of Timmins posting on social media saying fire crews have the blaze under control but are still shuttling water back and forth on McLean Drive. No word yet on a cause. The RCMP says it has dismantled a Northern Ontario-based synthetic drug lab in Sturgeon Falls. This after search warrants were executed June 18th on multiple homes in the community. RCMP say they have charged 7 people following an investigation and seized more than $550,000 of drugs. It included 42 kilograms of suspected MDMA and 7 kilos of methamphetamine. The news comes a few weeks after the RCMP were seen working in Sturgeon Falls, along with several other agencies. A man is facing impaired driving charges after a harrowing crash last night in Timmins. CTV's Lydia Chubak reports.
Those are tires.
Timmins police say 3 people sustained minor injuries after a collision at Ray Street North and Jubilee Avenue West. It happened around 7:45 Tuesday night. Police say a vehicle failed to stop at the intersection, struck another vehicle, and continued onto school property. This footage was taken by a passerby after the crash.
One of the vehicles spiraled and rolled into the field behind Sacred Heart School, obviously causing some damage to the property and throwing some debris from the vehicle in the area. This is a pretty extensive motor vehicle collision. It's not something we see normally in the city of Timmins.
Bukowski says speed appears to have been a factor, but details of the investigation cannot be released at this time. An adult male has been charged with impaired driving, dangerous operation, and driving while under suspension. Police say his identity cannot be released until the charges have been sworn before the court.
We're very thankful. Given the circumstances, this could have been much worse. Given the time of day and the location, the schoolyard and soccer field behind, we're very fortunate that no further injuries were reported.
Besides the suspect, the two other people hurt were a passenger in his vehicle and the driver of the second vehicle. Police say the investigation is continuing and additional charges may be considered. Lydia Chubak, CTV News, Timmins.
Time now for a short break here on CTV News. Coming up, Tony, we'll have our full weather forecast. For now, a look at the weather warnings we have in place tonight. And as I was saying earlier, the heat warnings have dropped, and those are air qualities. You see air quality warnings, rather. The areas in yellow are moderate. The area in white at the moment is showing as high impact. So if you are out there tonight or tomorrow, make sure you take the necessary precautions. And here are the current conditions as we see them. 18 in Kapuskasing, 20 in Timmins, 19 in Timiskaming Shores. It says we're seeing some haze in North Bay. We'll have details after the break.
Win your way in to Boots and Hearts with CTV and Pure Country, August 7th to the 9th, Burrells Creek, Ontario, featuring the Jonas Brothers, the Chicks, Rascal Flats, and more. Win a pair of weekend passes, including camping and parking. Enter today at ctvnorthernontario.ca.
Good evening, everyone. Now your main weather, and let's start with our forecast radar. Well, just some clouds overnight for the most part, and it's going to be clear heading into Thursday. As a result, it looks like a pretty nice day. Temperature is also going to come down. However, we could get some showers in through Sault Ste. Marie Friday. Let's take a look at your 7-day weather forecast, starting with Sudbury Nickel Belt. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, coming in at 23 degrees, should be 25 as a daytime high normally. On Friday, also the same kind of conditions. Saturday, increasing cloud cover, a chance of rain. That spills over into Sunday. We get a little bit of clearing. Temperature ticks up ever so slightly. Then it starts to come down Tuesday. Sun cloud Wednesday, 24 degrees as a daytime high. For Sault Ste. Marie, Algoma, well, overcast for the next couple of days. In fact, we're going to see still some of that smoke from those fires in northwestern Ontario spill into the Soo on Thursday. As we head on to Saturday, well, overcast, 24. It's going to be a soggy Sunday too. More rain on the way Monday. Tuesday, we start to get some clearing. Wednesday looks beautiful, 23 when it should be 24 this time of year. For Timmins, Cochrane, Kapuskasing, mainly sunny, 21 degrees, much the same on Friday. Saturday, temperature improves, increased cloud cover, a chance of rain. Sunday, overcast. Monday, back to the rain. Tuesday, beautiful day in store, a mix of sun and cloud. And Wednesday, well, mainly overcast, coming in at 22. For Timiskaming Shores, Kirkland Lake tomorrow, mostly sunny. Friday also looks beautiful. Saturday, we'll see increased cloud cover, a chance of showers. That carries over into Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, also a chance of rain. For Wednesday, mostly sunny, 22 degrees when it should be 25 this time of year. And finally, folks, your 7-day weather forecast for North Bay, West Nipissing. Tomorrow, mostly sunny conditions, coming in at 24 degrees. Friday looks also beautiful. Then come the weekend. Clouds, showers, 40% chance of rain. Temperature 25 degrees. Sunday, same temperature. In fact, also the same on Monday. Tuesday, the showers will continue. The temperature starts to come down a little bit. On Wednesday, mainly overcast, coming in at 23 when it should be 25 this time of year. Ian Campbell, it's back over to you.
Thanks, Tony. Well, the Ford government is planning to eliminate a rule that allows Toronto area MPPs to expense hotel stays in Toronto under special circumstances. The move comes after several ministers from Toronto are facing backlash for billing taxpayers thousands of dollars in hotel rooms. CTV Siobhan Morris has details.
With hotel bills from several government MPPs shooting past $100,000, the government House leader has moved to eliminate the rule that made them possible. It was intended to help members who live close to Queen's Park in an emergency, like a snowstorm. The opposition leader insists a rule change doesn't undo the past.
These members just simply saw that policy. They understood what it was for. All of us do as MPPs. And they chose to abuse it.
It's an exciting time in Ontario.
Public records show the parliamentary assistant to the Minister of Transportation racked up the biggest bill since 2023. Hardeep Grewal, who represents Brampton East, billed taxpayers for over $27,000. Nina Tangri from Mississauga Streetsville had almost 19 grand. And Charmaine Williams of Brampton Centre has been repaid close to $16,000. We told you yesterday the Minister of Tourism, Culture and Gaming was paying back $16,000 in hotel bills, including $6 grand in just a month.
There's no excuse for this behavior. And again, I'm happy if they prove me wrong. Show us the receipts.
The Liberals say they're willing to work with the government on eliminating the rule, but previous bills have to be explained.
This motion is really an attempt to bury something that the taxpayers absolutely have a right to know about.
Stephanie Bowman suggests the Auditor General or Integrity Commissioner may need to weigh in.
I mean, I'm a chartered accountant by background. I would say that this kind of policy is rife for abuse because it is not specific enough about when it is allowed to be used.
Well, who could ever have thought this was a good idea?
Former Ontario PC leader and Toronto Mayor John Tory says all the rules about MPP expenses may need a second look.
It isn't just about partisan damage. It's about damage in the institution and damage in elected representatives. And I'm a great believer in the good the system can do and in the goodness of the people who are in it. And this doesn't help.
A spokesperson for the Premier says any expense that did not meet the intent of the rules will be reimbursed to the legislature in full. But she offered no explanation of who would make that call or how. At Queen's Park, Siobhan Morris, CTV News.
While most 11-year-olds are spending the summer playing and relaxing, 2 Sudbury girls are getting a head start on business. This weekend, they're setting up a refreshment stand to learn all about entrepreneurship while supporting local charities. CTV's Amanda Hicks reports.
It started as a simple afternoon playing outside. But for friends Mary and Abigail, a mutual interest quickly evolved into a mission to help those in need.
We both figured out that we both like cooking, making drinks. And yeah, we figured that we could make our own little business.
This Saturday, the 11-year-olds will be serving up refreshments at their booth in New Sudbury. While the drinks are free, they will be collecting donations for 3 charities: Pet Save, the HSN Foundation, and the Sudbury Regional Tree Fund. To make their stand truly unique, the duo decided to share their heritage.
We thought of Peruvian drinks with some Nigerian drinks, like Zobo, and my drink, that's chicha morada. That's from Peru, and Zobo is from Nigeria.
While the girls are the driving force, their initiative has sparked a beautiful connection between their families.
Girls made the moms connect. They are good friends, best of friends, and as a result, the moms had to come together. I believe we are good friends now. So, yes. One chain effect led to another.
I'm proud because they came up with this idea. They want to share. It's not about profits.
Throughout the process, the girls say they have learned business and teamwork skills, but also what it truly means to give back.
It makes me feel very happy and excited because I know that all the charities that we've been helping, that we're going to help, is needed for the environment and for the people and for the animals. You should just be kind and loving and give them something without assuming they'll give it back to you.
Mary and Abigail will be set up here outside the United Pentecostal Church from 12 to 4 p.m. on Saturday, where you can expect music, a raffle, and of course, lots of refreshments. Amanda Hicks, CTV News, Sudbury.
How sweet is still ahead tonight on CTV News. It's National Hot Dog Day, and boy, do we have one story that's sure to be a wiener for you. More after the break. Youth mental health organization Campbell, which offers free services to youth, has signed a memorandum of understanding with the Rainbow District School Board in Sudbury. The MOU will see the school board provide youth in Campbell's new live-in treatment program receive education. The program, called Step Up, Step Down, will operate out of the former Cyril Varney Public School site and provides youth ages 12 to 17 with live-in mental health treatment for up to 6 months. Tomorrow morning, our friends at Pure Country will be broadcasting their 7th annual Carathon in support of the Maisel McCullough Hospice in Greater Sudbury.
A lot of people don't know that the hospice here in Sudbury is not fully government funded. They get partial funding, but the rest has to come from the Sudbury community. So that's why campaigns like our Carathon are so crucially important. And so we're trying to raise as much money as we can every year. At least $100,000 is what we shoot for. This year, a little bit more, just because operational expenses have gone up as well at the hospice.
Last year, the Carathon crossed the $1 million mark in total funds raised in support of the hospice. Coop says they're riding that momentum into this year with hopes of raising as much as possible. More than 60 healthcare workers and volunteers support end-of-life care at the Maisel McCullough Hospice. Donations can be made online or by phone at 470-HUGS tomorrow from 6 a.m. to noon. Despite the smoky air and extreme heat, blueberry season is in full swing in the Sudbury area. Pickers are out in the bush and vendors are along the roadsides, as CTV's Elena Everson reports.
Antoni Sliva and his wife Joanna woke up at 4 a.m. Wednesday and made the 4-hour drive north from Brampton to Sudbury to buy wild blueberries. They have a long list of recipes, and this trip they bought 18 liters of berries.
My wife, she makes pierogies, and we make some jam, and I mix them with the yogurt.
Sliva has been buying from the blueberry guy for over 20 years and makes several trips each summer.
Usually I buy more than 100 liters during a season, even around 150 liters. So the taste, and I know they're very healthy. So antioxidants for my health with my age if I eat them. So I recommend to everyone to eat them. But also it's fun to pick on their own. You know, it's not like the farm blueberries.
Art Choquette has been selling blueberries for over 50 years. That's why he's known as the blueberry guy.
We had a weird spring, very, very cold. It delayed the berries, I figure, about 2.5 weeks. But according to some of my pickers, we may have blueberries into October.
Choquette says it looks like a strong blueberry crop this year, but not as bountiful as the years before regreening in Sudbury.
It was fine to regreen, but they could have left the blueberries in certain areas alone. By liming all the hills, they've reduced the quantity of berries and the places to pick. So we're not getting the same amount of berries that we had in the 70s and 80s.
Sliva says he will be back soon to get more berries and will bring his friend some of his homemade blueberry liqueur. Ellen Everson, CTV News, Sudbury.
And if you're a blueberry lover in Sudbury, the community is being invited to celebrate the return of the Blueberry Festival at Red Oak Villa on St. Anne Road this Saturday. Events include a blueberry pancake breakfast, live entertainment, a market, and a pie eating contest. The beloved Blueberry Bear will also be on hand. Finally, tonight, National Hot Dog Day is celebrated on the 3rd Wednesday of July, and one Sudbury business is taking its love of hot dogs to new depths. CTV's Madison Merrier reports.
Hot dog, hot dog.
Hot dog!
A local tattoo shop is sharing their love of dogs through a hot dog flash sale.
Anybody who knows me, anybody who's ever been through here knows that I love tattooing food, and especially hot dogs. I could eat them all day long, I could tattoo them all day long. So we figured what better way.
That love is felt by the community, as Studio 613 Electric Tattoos is fully booked today for unique hot dog tattoos designed by Bourgeois for the special occasion.
It was spontaneous. I love flowers. All my other tattoos are flowers, and the hot dog just tied it all together.
Regardless of who we are, or how we think, or what condiments we prefer, I think we can all agree that at the end of the day, we're all one big pack of dogs.
Bourgeois says they're going to be adding the unique stencils to their mystery claw machine, letting people show their love of hot dogs at any time of the year.
It's for fun and life is short.
Madison Marier, CTV News, Sudbury.
A hot dog tattoo. That's something you can relish. That takes us to the end of our newscast this Wednesday night. For the latest news anytime, remember you can head to our website, ctvnewsnorthernontario.ca. Don't forget we're also on YouTube now. Search for the CTV News channel. And once you're there, don't forget to subscribe to the Northern Ontario feed. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night.